Okay, I think this will work. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm hoping for the best. It's definitely picking up the fan. That's for sure. Alright, it sounds like it's working good. Sorry. I have a new pair of headphones today, so I wasn't quite sure. Let me just move that over there, and we'll get into it right away. There we go. Just gonna... Sorry if you hear a double me in the background for a little bit. I'm still using my phone to monitor the screen, although I think with the new Twitch update, I should get pop-ups in the corner of notifications and stuff like that, so I don't think I'll have to monitor it as much. But I still like to, I'm still gonna be sure, just for that. Okay. Yeah, so today I was just thinking of building a small, simple house. I had a bit of a stressful day, so just wanted to chillax, relax, chill, just make a simple house in The Sims, because it's always, you know, nice to do. So I think that's just what I'm going to do for today. So, Comfy Cubby is one of my favorite lots to build on. Just because it's nice, it's sort of tucked into the corner there. It's fairly small. And it's reasonably priced too, so that always helps. Oh, I forgot to adjust my angle on my camera here. And by that I mean literally take this box that I just have and just pick up my laptop from these other mountain of boxes that I have and place it right there. There we are. And I think that'll be a bit better. So apologies for the camera moving like that. I hope that didn't make any of you had motion sick at all. Sorry, I had to try that sentence a time. But that should be okay. We should have that set up now. Should be a bit better. I hope it is anyway. I'm sorry if it's not. Don't think my curtain's affecting the light at all today. I don't believe so anyway. Did that help at all? I have no clue. I'm just hoping for the best here. That's alright. Let's get started. I was thinking, The Sims recently made this like new update where you can have like 4 basements. Like, I believe that's correct, right? Let me just test it out real quick. 1. If that's so, yeah, they did. That's insane. We'll have to do something with that. So I was watching that new video that Little Simsy did, where she did this like tall house. It was like a tiny house, but it was like 8 floors, like in the basement. Pardon me, like in the basement and above. And so that would be an interesting challenge to try out one of these days. I'd love to do a few challenges on stream. I found this really cool game on Steam. It was only like $6, and it's not completed yet. They're still working on it. It's called Townscaper, and it's definitely like it's like a really chill sort of game where you can just like lay out like towns and cities, and it's super simple. It's like you just click and it sort of the game figures it out. And I would love to do a stream where I make like a town or a building like that, and then that's way too big on that side. And then actually, how do I want to do this? That might be the appropriate side of how I want that side to be. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yes, no, I want to do a stream where I take that and I use it to make a sort of scene or an environment, and then I put it into one of my drawing applications, and I sort of do like a what's it called? Like a landscape over it, so I use that as like the base. And then and then I sort of do a drawing over it, add details, stuff like that, because it seems like a really cool tool for art and stuff like that. I've never used or seen anything like it before, and that's why I want to try it out on stream one of these days. I want to try out a bit of a different method of building today. Because I've seen ones where people just sort of build the front and go with it. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this one. Maybe we'll start out with something. This is just supposed to be simple and a bit more relaxing, but we'll see what happens. But yes, I hope the new Twitch feature works for me. If it doesn't, it's probably because I set it up wrong, nothing to do with Twitch. But if it does work, I think that'll be super helpful. Especially streaming with just one device. Also, I have to say, I absolutely love the doors. Or the door, sorry, that came with Nifty Knitting. All their color swatches are just absolutely gorgeous. It's probably one of my favorite things in the entire game, which is weird. But I'd say like that, and the new, For a while there, the Nifty Knitting couch was also one of my favorites. But I have to say my favorite couch would be in between this one from Cats and Dogs, which is a classic. This one from the Spooky Stuff pack, which is just incredible. I absolutely love that one. Or this one from Parenthood, which is a bit odd, but I actually think it, works well in some cases. Same with this one from Seasons. It's definitely not the most practical couch, but it definitely works in the cases it needs to. Sorry. Probably angle this down a tad more. I think that'll probably be better for you guys, so my head's not tucked in at the bottom of the screen anymore. Alright, well, let's continue. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a porch that's all around here. I might though. Do something small and simple. One of my favorite lots that I built, one of my favorite builds that I had built on this lot was actually a starter apartment, and it used a bunch of packs, which is you need a bunch of packs to make something like that work, but it was really fun, and I'm surprised it turned out as well as it did actually. And I might have to do, actually I don't think I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. Sorry, I'm just figuring this out for a sec. But yeah, I would like to maybe give that a try again, but it's definitely tricky. It was one of my favorite builds that I have still uploaded on my gallery. I should change my gallery name to be similar to my Twitch name, so that it's a bit easier to find. Just make sure, have everything under the same name in the same place. But I'd have to decide on one. I have a few different ones floating around. I even have a personal Twitch account that's separate from this account that I use to watch streams and stuff like that. Because I always get so paranoid that I'm gonna accidentally click the wrong button, and I don't even know. But something will explode. Some catastrophe will happen. And so yeah, I like to keep have my personal Twitch account separate from this one. And yeah, I might see if I can make some similar usernames, maybe make it a bit easier to find. All of my things, make them all in the same place, but who knows? I'm a bit of a disorganized mess. Let's get this set up here. I'm just thinking of doing, I was tempted to do a wraparound porch, but I'm not sure. I might just do a porch outside like this. Just in the back here. Sorry, I keep checking my phone. My friend, she is like she's a huge, like, she rides horses and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure what the name for that would be, but that's sort of a hobby of hers. And recently her horse stepped on her foot and she fractured it, and she was just texting me about it. So if I keep checking my phone, besides my usual checking, you know, for Twitch things, I am checking it to just to stay updated on my friend, because I hope she's alright. Horses are surprisingly terrifying creatures. Like, I thought, like, oh, you know, horses don't seem like something you'd need to be scared of. They're so, like, docile and calm, but they have muscles, and it's terrifying. Like, I don't know how people deal with horses. They freak me out. My friend absolutely adores them, though. I can see why, though. They're very sweet. It could just be that I am a total wimp, and I'm scared of anything and everything. So, the amount of stories I could tell you guys of just my terrible anxious habits, especially when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid, I remember once, what was I doing? I was just home alone after school. So my mom worked, my parents were split, and so I was home alone with my dog after school. And this, like, I don't know, I guess the power just went out, which happens sometimes in the city I'm in. You know, if, like, the wind blows too hard or something like that. It just happens. And anyway, the power went out, and my anxious brain just, like, immediately thought of all the worst possible things that could happen. And I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11. And I was just like, nope. I just straight up noped out of the house. I just, like, put on my shoes, grabbed my coat, and just walked out the door. And I was just like, no, I'm not dealing with this today. And that is still how I deal with a lot of my anxieties, including and problems, just in general. Whenever something comes up I can't handle it, I just nope right out of the situation. Yeah. Also, I have been slacking on uploading to the archive channel. I've been meaning to do that, but I keep forgetting. I might end up just doing it on stream just so that I don't forget. You guys can keep me accountable for what I'm supposed to do. Oh, by the way, this isn't a starter home or anything like that. I just wanted to do a quick build, something simple. I might even just leave this as a shell. I just wanted to build today. I've been a little bit stressed. Trying to get back into my usual cheerful demeanor, which is how I prefer to be. Sometimes the world, it ain't too keen on letting you be. But it is what it is, eh? You do what you can. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna lay out the back porch later. Maybe we'll put a chimney on the side of this, because this side is a bit plain. Maybe we'll put a small chimney. Maybe I'll just put it back a little bit. I was gonna do it double wide, but we could just do it off center. That's alright too. And I haven't updated the panels. I'll have to start making a like a to-do list for myself and pinning it up on the bulletin board that I have. I have a bulletin board on the wall behind me near my window, and I'll have to put something up there to remind me to do all these things. I've been so damn forgetful recently. And then we'll just put that there. It's definitely not perfect, but not a lot of houses are. You know, I must have been watching too many, like, spooky stories and stuff recently because I've been so incredibly paranoid. And I do not know what my deal is. I've just been more anxious than usual. Maybe it's just because of all the stress. But who even knows? I get so weird like that sometimes. But I think just a nice, calm, chill Sims stream would be nice. I think anyway. I hope the music is at okay levels. I believe I have the music on appropriately. Let me just double check here. Yeah, I hope that's okay. Let me know if it's too high or too low for you guys, and I'll fix that up right away. Nope, maybe I'll open my curtain just a little bit. It's very dark outside where I am, but figured it would be nice. I'm gonna use like this old, I'm gonna use like this gray brick on the bottom and maybe for the chimney too. I believe that would be good. It's tempted to use it for that part right there, continue it up. I don't think so. And then I want to add, for sure, like something a lot lighter for the top to sort of contrast. Maybe make this home like homey, but like modern, but like homey modern. I don't know. I don't know, something like that. It looks like there's some orangey. I don't know if orange would be the best option. I wish we had like a peachy color. Like this, but a bit more like saturated. Still a bit too beige. We need to have some sort of color. I want it to work well with the color we have in the door. A yellow? I'm not sure about a yellow though. That's just what I was thinking because of the flower. I'm not too sure. Maybe we should just stick with something a bit more simple. Like do a classic good old blue Suburban. Lil Simsy style. Well, I might flip this around to be front facing. Yeah, I believe that would be better. Do it this way. It leaves it a lot more open. And this, well, we can do here. I'll show you one of my favorite tricks for building. As you do that, then you close these, and then if you hit Shift on your keyboard, you can pull in the sides separately. So you do that, and I'll just extend this out. Meet that. Pull this in, and then boom. There you go. I think that actually looks really nice. I'll just fix the time there. And we'll have to move it a bit further back on the lot. just so that there's room for stairs. I think I'll put the stairs over here. Yeah. No, it's not exactly perfect, but I think it'll look quite nice. I'm gonna try not to use a million packs in this build. Whenever I'm building for fun, I tend to, just by mistake, but you know, those things happen. There we are. Ah, that's so nice. This looks like houses that I've seen. Like in my neighborhood and stuff like that. I gotta remember to take my meds after this stream too as well. I've been so incredibly forgetful recently. We might do debug landscaping. I'm not exactly sure yet how I want to approach it. In terms of maybe we'll do like a... No, it's a bit too cabin-y. Maybe something like that, because it still supports the columns that we got over there. This is very similar to another house I built. I just quite like the style. So I'm going to continue to use it. And we'll work our way to the back of the house later. And what color is the box on the door? It's like a light brownish color. This seems to be fairly similar. I'll use this. I believe it's a lighter brown, somewhere in between. Oh, you can't quite tell. Here, let me put on the cheat. Testing sheets true. TV.move objects on. There we go. And I think it's sort of a mix between these two. I don't think we have one. I think the closest we have is like an orange. So I think I'm just gonna go. Maybe we'll even just stick with white. I surprisingly love some of the objects that come with the Get Famous. The actual like fame system, I don't know, I actually find myself using Get Famous quite a lot, surprisingly. I don't often go to Delso Valley, but I like to have writers and stuff in my game, so I find I use it quite often. I have a lot of households that have like famous writers and stuff like that. I think that's quite nice. Then we'll put that there. And let me just double check on my stream now. Sorry, I suppose I'm a bit paranoid. Ooh, also these quick action tabs are cool. We'll have to maybe do a bit of a raid sometime. The only problem is I'm often watching the streamers that I like enjoy to watch. You know what I mean? So I'm not actively like yeah, like I'm not streaming when they're streaming because I'm watching them. But maybe we'll see. There's a smaller streamer I was chatting to on social media. I haven't gotten a chance to check out one of their streams yet. But if I do, maybe we'll see. Maybe if we're streaming around a similar time, I'll raid them. Because all of the people who come and watch over here are so absolutely lovely, and I'd love to go over and say hi. Show a little support for another smaller streamer. And as well, the social media app that we were... crap, where was I? Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. Never mind that. Whatever I was gonna say. I'm gonna put a little bit of this just along the pathway here, and then I'm just gonna put some flowers. Maybe we'll do. I love the a lot of the like plants and stuff that came with this pack. Sorry, the name escapes me. Why? I don't know. Island Living. There we go. I don't know if we'll be able to use it though, because it might be a bit big for this house that we're making here. Let's see, what does this look like from the gallery view? I often like to do this when I'm building houses, is just see what it'll look like from the gallery view when people see it. And I think it looks quite nice. I think it's cute. Although one thing I want to add is I want to put a window up there. I'm pointing, you guys don't know what I'm pointing at, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll just put a small window up there. And then maybe, I know. I love to use these get-together columns for the sides of houses because I think they'll just look absolutely lovely. Oh, I was watching this like really weird, I mean, it kind of cool show on YouTube that I found, and it was called That'll Teach Them, and it was a show that had like kids. I was gonna say modern day kids, but I think they'd be like 30 now. This was like 15 years ago or so. This was back in like the I think early to or mid to late 2000s. I think that's a bit too dark, that roof. Let me try maybe if this might be a better choice there. Because there's a lot of gray on this house already. I don't want to add too much gray. I want to make sure there's enough of a contrast. But we'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, so I was watching a show called That'll Teach Them. And it takes kids from, well, then was modern day, which was like back to the mid 2000s, I believe. And they put them in a British boarding school that's structured like it would have been back in the 50s, in 1950s Britain. And it was like, I don't know, it was kind of cool actually to see. It was definitely interesting, like the changes throughout the years, how things are now. And I don't know, it was just kind of a neat thing to watch. It was interesting to see like the different sort of standards, what was it, education-wise, because the amount of work, like the mental math, there was such like a focus on things like spelling and mental math rather than things like critical thinking, which is really neat because critical thinking is super important. But those skills, I don't know if they necessarily are as important in our modern world because we have so many like access to calculators and computers that being able to do, you know, like long division, for example, the amount of time it takes to do, you know, like 233 divided into 1984 or something like that, the amount of time to do that in long division takes more time than it does to enter into a calculator. So then that sort of asks the question, like, is it better to know how to do this stuff and then not use it, or is it better to use that time to learn other useful things? I mean, I don't know. Shouldn't ask me. I'm a high school dropout. I can't tell you. Like, literally, like, I'm probably the most useless person when it comes to that, unless you want to hear a rant about how school systems don't understand mental illness, because I got a lot of that. And the schools, they weren't too fond of me, eh? So, even though I'm an average 90 student, second you cause problems, they don't want you. But I'm figuring it out, I really am. It's just something that takes time and patience. And those are two very important things. I think one thing that always annoyed me about the school system is how they preached this sort of one lane to success sort of situation. Like this whole, oh, you need to follow this exact order to be able to find success in life. And from what I've noticed a lot from my own experience and the experiences of people around me, is that the focus on a certain type of success done by, certain types of, or by following a certain route, it's not certain. Like, for example, my father and my stepmother both don't have post-secondary education. And yet, they both work. Like, they started working minimum wage. They don't work minimum wage anymore. My stepmom, for example, is a manager at an insurance company. I believe? I'm pretty sure. And my dad, he works manual labor. But, he's fine with that. And they have a house, and, they have, a 2-story suburban house with a finished basement and 3 kids. And they're, making ends meet. They're doing well for themselves, as well as, they want to be. Don't get me wrong, none of us are rich. But, they found success without that post-secondary path that a lot of people, or that schools sort of push on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not, saying post-secondary is important. That's my goal. I want to go to post-secondary. The thing is in my province, you don't need high school to go to post-secondary. You just need the prerequisites. And it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. I'm just hoping that due to the school system not being able to facilitate, the needs of someone who struggles with mental illness. Because in the school system I'm in, if you miss too many days, you get expelled, regardless of whether or not your parents have excused you. You get a certain amount of excused days, and if you pass those certain amount, then you get expelled. Which is difficult for someone like me who struggles with depression and anxiety, because if I'm out for a week, a month, that's a lot of time missed. And I've been to schools that have allowed, that haven't been oh, you're gonna expel and fail if you miss time. And I've done excellent. And it's just one of those things where if my school had provided the access to, or not even provided access, I figured a lot of shit out myself. If they had just been hey, we're not gonna expel you because of something, this mental illness you were born with and can't do anything about. But they were not very chill about the whole situation. And so here I am. I'll go back though. I have plans. I want to become a teacher, as ironic as it sounds. I'm not saying I don't have any plans for, the future. It was I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna drop out and become a, YouTuber, mooch off my parents for the rest of my life. I have a plan, don't get me wrong. Because like I said, I want to be a teacher. And like I said, it's ironic. Because it's oh, you're leaving high school, why would you want to go back, and spend the rest of your life there? It's because I have nothing against school. And also, struggling in school sort of gives you a bit of an edge as an educator. Because you understand that struggle, you understand not knowing. And you can't teach something that you know. Which I know sounds stupid. It's something, if you haven't learned it, you can't teach it. Because you don't know how to go about it. Think about, I don't know, breathing. How do you teach someone to breathe? Like, you can say, oh, you breathe in and out, but the actual act of breathing, you don't teach it because it's something that comes to us inherently as human beings. As human beings, I don't know why I said that so odd. So when you go to teach and you know the subject, and it comes to you like second nature, it would be very difficult to then go and teach the subject. But I think because of how much I've struggled in school, I think I'd be quite an alright teacher. Because I have that struggle, but I also have that love for learning and that want to learn. I mean, I've studied 3 different languages over the past 4 years. I love learning. It's always been a passion of mine. I just think that it's something that, I'll be able to really do something good with. And I'd love to be a teacher. And streaming might not have been the best choice if that's my outcome. I hope that I, haven't said anything on any of these that jeopardize that. Because that has been my dream since I was a kid, to be a teacher. Because bad teachers, they ruin learning for you. And good teachers, they really make learning. They make school. They can find this, part of yourself that, when you're young, when you're, figuring out, hey, what do I want to do with my life? What is, how am I going to approach this? Teachers can really build up or completely destroy your confidence or your interest in certain things. I've had bad teachers. I've had teachers yell at me for smiling. I've had teachers get mad at me for asking questions. I've had teachers that have completely destroyed my want to learn. But then I've had teachers who have worked with me and built me up and helped me. People who have, had faith in me and trusted me and really showed me that they genuinely cared and genuinely cared about their job and what they did. And those people have had such an impact on me throughout the years that I would love to be able to, give back in the way that they have. I love to especially be an early childhood educator. I actually had a dream about becoming an early childhood educator, weirdly enough. Going through the coursework and everything like that, it was strange. My dreams are the oddest things. Because, I don't know, it was when I was a kid, I had one teacher that was nicknamed Tanner the Hammer, because she was this no-nonsense, prepare you for life at 10 years old sort of teacher. And I thought she was the harshest, strictest lady, as she was so mean. I'm just gonna put a nice light blue on this wall because this house is fairly tiny. I thought she was so harsh, so strict, so mean, but she was the only one who genuinely cared about teaching and preparing us for the future. And she said she was preparing us for middle school, but middle school was actually a lot easier. And then when we went into high school, it was a complete 180. It went from teachers who genuinely care to people there just for a paycheck. Not ratting on high school teachers. Obviously not all high school teachers are like that. I've had some amazing, absolutely amazing high school teachers. And it was just one of those things where it's she wasn't being mean by holding us accountable for our actions. She genuinely cared about us enough to prepare us for things that school or lower grades wasn't gonna prepare us for, so that we didn't go out into the real world, or a high school world at least, unprepared. She genuinely cared about us. And she cared about our learning. And it really had an impact on me growing up. And I always kind of wanted to be like her. And then I also had teachers. I had teachers who took the other approach, who were incredibly kind and caring, and took that practice, and they were lovely too, of course. I even had one teacher named Bon Cœur was in her name. And if you don't know, Bon Cœur means good heart in French. I went to a French immersion school. And I won't say anybody's full name, obviously. And those were all like just, you know, little bits of the name turned into nicknames. Our school was, loved their nicknames for some reason. And again, just absolutely lovely teacher. But then of course I had teachers that were rude. I had a teacher who just would swear at students, and this was like a 1st and 2nd grade teacher. And she actually got fired for swearing. But then the school ran out of teachers, so they just brought her back. And so you'd be like chilling in class, then all of a sudden hear this teacher who would just like drop the F-bomb in front of a bunch of 7-year-olds. And she was old-fashioned, I'll say, to put it as nicely as I can. Old-fashioned was the way she was. And I don't know, and then I had another teacher who just absolutely ruined school for me. I remember I was really into handwriting, cursive, because I thought it was the neatest thing. And I used to write my name in cursive at the top of the page. And one day she actually called my mom and told her that I'm not allowed to do that anymore because we're not in the position to teach it and I'm doing it wrong. And I was kind of gutted. I was like, oh, I was really interested in this thing that we're going to learn anyway. And instead of teaching me, you're going to like, you know, say, no, you can't do it. Funny thing was, I learned years later that I actually was doing it all right, except I was writing my W, or my V, the V in my name, as a U. So instead of the tail at the end going up, it went down. And so instead of taking 2 seconds to fix that tiny little mistake, she just said, no, we're not doing it at all. And that always made me really sad. That was her attitude on a lot of things. And just, teachers can have such an impact. And I'd love to be able to, I know I probably wouldn't be the best teacher in the world, but I like to try, because I think that at least I could guarantee I could be a compassionate teacher. Because I think compassion is so important too growing up and in the school system. I don't know how I'm going to lay out this house. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, and so I'm very confused. Sorry for going on a bit of a rant there. Also, I know this is like one of the oddest times to stream. I don't think I've streamed at this time for a while, because it's usually not when I do it, but I've been trying to get in more streams recently. And again, apologies for that just rant I went on about the Canadian school system, or at least the school system we have in my province. I'm sure it's different in different places in Canada. I am so confused. I don't even know how to lay this place out. Maybe we'll actually put the stairs on the other side of the house. Like technically where the chimney is. Maybe we can put like the living room or the dining room here. Yeah, maybe we'll put the dining room here, the kitchen against this wall. We'll have the doors to the back porch here, and then like a small living room over here. I think that might work out. And then at least that way we can have like a window or two in the hallway, so it's not very dark. I think if we make this here the master bedroom, maybe, how are we gonna do this? Well, let me change the window here, and then we can have a small bathroom over there and a small bedroom over here. I think maybe if we scoot them closer together. This maybe, that might be a bit better. Here we are. Oh, I went for a walk today. I realized I hadn't been out for a walk for a while. And so I went for a bit of a walk down by the river, near my place. And there were so many bugs. It was absolutely awful. I was trying to just have a nice walk and there was just bugs everywhere. And so yeah, I guess summer's here. Summer's here where I'm from because there are so many bugs. Which is kind of nice in a way, because I miss the summer. But it's also kind of annoying because I would like to go for a walk, but by the river and not be bombarded by bugs. But I mean, of course, what would you expect? If any of you live near any body of water, you know the struggle. Ah, that's gonna be a tiny bathroom. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to fit everything I need to in there. Maybe if this might be kind of weird, but if I extend it that way, and then like, that's so strange. But I think if I like put the door there, then we could have like, I don't know, the shower here and then the rest of the bathroom there. That's gonna be really weird. Let's just say this is an old house, and so it's weird. It's weird and small. Although I could always put an extension out here and put the bathroom there. That might be better. So instead of having this weird small bit here, put the door here temporarily while I figure this out. I think we put that here. And if we take this and put like a room out like this, and then like through here, and like back through here, and I'll just sneak that over there temporarily. And maybe if we throw this like roof down here, I think this will be okay. That won't stay a door, that'll become a window. I'm just putting it there so I don't delete it. I don't know why, I'm literally just being lazy. Then I think if I just like move this here, I can delete that door, I don't know why I was keeping it. Then just do that. I believe, yeah, I think that should work out. And then we can just have a small tiny bathroom over here, and then this bedroom doesn't have to be so incredibly small. We could have just made it like, what you call it, an ensuite. But I think that this will be better. Of course, the nice thing about putting these on the gallery is people who download them can edit them in any way they want. I'm actually going to turn this into a proper corner though, because I don't think Sims will be able to get by there. I think this will be better when we're actually decorating the place. I think that'll be a bit better, although the shape of the room's a bit weird. I'm sure we'll find a way around it. So yeah, I'm just going to continue this flooring and the wallpaper upstairs. Oh yeah, and I usually always put in tips if you're trying to save money. You don't actually need to put flooring over the staircase in this area. And so yeah, instead of shift clicking, if you just put the pieces there normally, it saves you, a few floor tiles worth of money, which is great if you're doing a challenge. Yeah, I think that's fine. That doesn't look too out of place at all. Yay! I think we did well today. And, on this build, it's obviously not a budget build, but we, yeah. Sorry. Whenever I've been watching some of, I don't know if you've ever heard of the YouTuber, he also streams, Call Me Kevin. I was rewatching some of his old streams. I've been having a bit of trouble sleeping recently. And he used to do these, like, hype train things on his stream where he'd just, like, the higher the level of hype train, the louder he'd just scream "weow" into the mic. And so when I said "we" there, my brain, or "weow" or whatever I said there, my brain just immediately thought of him going "weow" really loudly into the microphone. So yeah, that's why I lost my train of thought there. I'm a very easily distracted person. Let's see, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put the fireplace actually. We might just not have one. I know a lot of older places, it's more expensive to remove the chimney and everything than just to, get rid of the actual fireplace and mantle. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Realistic in a way, I suppose. Although this is gonna be an awfully small kitchen. We'll definitely have room for everything. I'll make sure there's room. It's just gonna be a little bit tiny. Also, I love these parenthood counters. They're probably my favorite. I guess I should probably fix the lighting real quick while we're over here. Oh, and apologies for resting my hand on my face. It's a nervous habit of mine. I know I've said that like a million times when streaming, but I like to make sure for new viewers who are coming in and apologize because I know it's not exactly the best habit to have. Yeah, so I think we might really only need like 2 lights here. Oh, it's just such a nice little house that we're building. And I think I might do a bit of like a bar setup like that, I think. And then if we turn this counter this way, and then we'll just we'll scoot this back a little bit so that they line up. If I can figure it out. There we go. I think that's lined up fairly well. And so we'll have that set up like that. We'll have a sink over here. Maybe we'll do this sink. This sink is nice. Now Sims can actually cook on these corner pieces here, so you don't have to worry about that. It's, again, very small, but it's totally functional. Alrighty. Then maybe I'll just put a bin over here by the back door. Okay, next, I said I was gonna put the dining setup over there. I think I still will. Maybe we'll use... I like these ones. I like the new custom content things that they put in the game from... Well, they're not custom content, they're from custom content creators. But the game, like EA Sims 4 team, actually put them in the game, and I just think they're absolutely lovely. Although, let me see if I can match this with the Parenthood stuff a little better. I think this is a little more similar. I think we'll do that. Now, I'm only going to be streaming for about an hour today, because it's a bit late on my time. Let me just check on the stream real quick. Sorry about that. I hope the drop frames and I hope it's not too slow and all that. Sorry. I hope it's not too bad. But yes, no, I'm just gonna do a bit of a short stream. Oh yeah, I was gonna check how long I've been streaming too. Alright. I'll stream probably for maybe a little bit over 10 more minutes. Oh, also have to say I absolutely love the plants that came with the paranormal stuff pack as well. But yes, I'll only be streaming for a couple more minutes because I'm a bit tired today. So I had to speed run through that sentence because my brain kept going on to other things. Speed run a sentence. Jeez, I've been watching way too much internet content. I don't know, is that alright? Is that a bit too bland? The wall is quite... That's nice. I like that. Yeah, I think that's quite cute. And then we'll find a nice rug that'll go under it. Yes, and hopefully too I'll be able to do another GeoGuessr stream soon. I just wanted to branch out a little bit, because I did say I was originally here to do some variety content. That's why I switched from doing The Sims, because I was doing The Sims a lot. And then I thought, oh, you know, I want to do a bit more variety, so I'll branch out. And then I ended up doing, like, I think maybe 3 or 4 GeoGuessr streams in a row. And I was like, I probably need to tone it down a little bit and switch to something else. So I tried a little bit of Minecraft. And now we're doing a bit of this. And yeah, maybe I'll do another GeoGuessr stream the next time I stream. We'll have to see. I like to be in a bit of a better, more focused and concentrated when I do those, because you actually have to think during those streams. And I ain't the brightest, so it's important for me to have my brain working as well as it can. Now I found there's a rug in the game that I always miss because of I think it's this one, yeah. Because I'm not a huge fan of those swatches, but it has some really nice other swatches. Like this, for example. It has some really nice other swatches that I absolutely never use because this is the one that's there. But this rug has so many swatches, and it's just such a hidden, gem. I should do a stream just talking about all the, hidden gems on The Sims, in build mode, because there are so many of them. I don't know, it's a bit small. I think it's okay, though. I'm gonna put I don't know, I was gonna put another bigger plant in the corner, but maybe let's see if there's any, shelving units or anything like that I forgot about. Any hidden gems? I should do a hidden gem stream for The Sims 4 build mode, because I think that would be neat. I don't have all the packs. They're quite expensive, but I do have a good few. I've been playing The Sims for many years, so I've kept up a bit. Oh, I absolutely love this hutch from the new Paranormal Stuff pack. I might just put that hutch in there, because that's absolutely gorgeous. But we have this one over here. We have this one from Nifty Knitting. It doesn't quite fit in with the style. Oops. I think I accidentally moved something there. Ah, it's all good, all good. We have this hutch from Cats and Dogs, which is actually really nice. I don't use this as much as I should. It's actually quite gorgeous. And I think maybe I'll either go with this one, or maybe, no, I'm gonna go with this one. I don't think I've used this one yet in any of my builds. This is from Eco Lifestyle, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I can't believe I haven't used this yet. Yeah, that's absolutely lovely. Oh, I'm glad I checked. Okay, let's see what else we got. Right, now we're trying to do some sort of living room. So I'm thinking of doing the living room sort of off the entrance here. Maybe grabbing this couch here. Maybe we'll do a more fun swatch. I think this one sort of ties in the other blues well. I'm not sure. Maybe this? Because it's a good sort of mix of these two blues. It's got the orange, so it's keeping with our warmer theme. Although it'd be kind of cool to have this couch. Alright. You know what, we'll put that, we'll see. Okay, because that's kind of nice. I kind of really like that one. Well, we can have both, I think. It's okay if it blocks the door a little bit. Yeah, I think we can have both. I think it's gonna be a bit of a quirky setup there, but that's alright. It can be a little bit quirky. Quirky is good. Then, oh, I love this lamp from Cats and Dogs. I love all the swatches, they're just so nice and homey. I might even delete that so that it feels like a lot more cozier in the corner. Though that might be a tad too dark. So maybe we'll leave it like this. Then curtain-wise, we'll go back to the Seasons curtains and grab another similar, there we are. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. Sort of tie it in. Not sure if there's too many patterns though. I might put something like a simple plant in the corner instead, because there are a lot of patterns going on. So I should keep everything else a lot more simple. Oops, I think yeah. Accidentally turned the entire house around. Did not mean to do that. Now in terms of the coffee table, I'm not sure what to use. Maybe I'll use that new one from Paranormal Stuff, because it's actually really pretty. I won't use any of the one with the patterns on it, because like I said, we already have way too many patterns. But I think if we just use like the plain white swatch, I think that would just be really nice. Maybe actually, you know what? Tiny Living one might actually be better. We might be able to find one that has a similar swatch to the counters here. And that way we can make it a bit more center and it won't obstruct the place as much. There, we can place it like this. And even center that a tad bit more. Now let's see if we can find a square rug, maybe a bit more rectangular. Maybe something like this and size it up. No, again, that's too many patterns. We just need something plain and simple for a rug in this room, just to break up the just general, like the rooms, like sort of separate them. I don't know. I'm not a designer of any kind. A friend of mine wants to become an interior designer. I believe she's going to college for it. I'm not sure. A lot of my friends' plans got derailed a bit this year due to the pandemic. I think this should be okay. Again, simple. It's not as homely as I would like it to be. It's definitely a bit on the cool side, but that's okay. We'll maybe put a bit of clutter in there and see if that'll help. Maybe warm it up a little bit. And then just a small TV, because we don't need anything big. It's appropriate size for the house. Oh, I think that's cute. I think it's nice. We'll put a couple pictures on the wall. That'll definitely help warm up the house for sure. I think it's just because the kitchen is so dark. And you normally wouldn't want that for a kitchen. But I'm not exactly sure how to put more light in it just because of the size. Not sure exactly how to open the kitchen up more. I totally would if I could think of an easy way to do it. But I really can't at the moment. Maybe I'll put... This won't help open it up. It'll actually probably make it feel more closed in. But I might throw some cabinets over here. That actually doesn't look too bad. It's definitely going to be a bit plain from the outside, but maybe we'll find some wall decorations that'll help with that. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm probably just going to quickly move on to the upstairs. And then I'm going to finish off the stream. Unfortunately, I've had a great stream so far. And I usually don't like to end off my streams early. But I have been a bit tired recently. And so I should probably head off to bed fairly soon. I don't know if you can see on my screen, or, yeah, on my screen, but it's about 11 p.m. where I am, so I should probably hit the hay. As they say. I've been trying to think of anything else recently, but I've told you all the interesting things that have happened today. I watched some TV shows, and then I went on a bit of a rant about education, because that's just what's been on my mind. Although, in fairness to my city, or my province, or whatever, as terrible as a school system as it has an amazing medical, like, system. Like, the hospitals and stuff in my province are fantastic, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. for them. Because it really is very important. We'll do like a cool gray in this room. And find like a warmer carpet too. Because like as much as I do complain, I have like, for example, some amazing teachers right now. I've been trying to be a bit more grateful. Whenever things go a tad off in my world, I like to use that time to try to be as grateful as I can for the things that I do have. It's definitely difficult, and it takes practice, but it's a good practice to have. When you can, obviously. Sometimes things are just negative, and you gotta be negative. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? Sometimes things just ain't going right. You can't do anything about it. And just feeling sad about it's okay too. But I've done a lot of feeling sad, and I'm in the mood to feel happy. So I'm trying to think about things like how amazing everyone has been, and, you know, yeah, just how, you know, think of the positives. For example, my mom just picked up some ducklings, and she's been sending me pictures of these adorable little baby ducks, like, hanging out. She has, like, these chickens, too. And so she's been sending me pictures of all her ducks and chickens and stuff like that. She just has them in her backyard. And, she has, like, 2 dogs and a cat, too, and they all go for walks. So she has, like, this, like, farmyard that she takes for walks with her everywhere. And I can't see that, obviously, because I live across the country from her. Which is kind of sad, because I'm turning 18 in 2 weeks, and I can't see my mom. It's kind of a bummer. But it is what it is, you know? And, yeah, so she was sending me photos of all of her ducklings, and her chickens, and her cats, and her dogs, and it's just like this insane situation she has. And now she wants bees. My mom actually has a beekeeping degree. Like, she went to university or whatever, college. Or is there like a beekeeping college? I don't know how that works. Sorry, this is the weirdest room. I've just been putting things down while I'm talking. My brain's sort of been on autopilot. I gotta fix this. This is bad. But yes, she has like a degree, or like she's certified in beekeeping. She's a certified beekeeper. And so she's been trying to figure out a way to be able to do some beekeeping. And yeah, so I'm curious how that's gonna go. That's definitely gonna be something, alright. My mom, she's the one, I don't know if you guys have seen the VOD or were here for that one stream we had where a package came to my place, and it was from my mom, and she sent me what are those? Sweet potato Kit Kats from Japan. And I don't know how she found those, but she sent those to me, and they were like so good. And we were all chatting and trying them on stream, and that was quite a fun time. I don't have any left. I like ate all of them. I have like the package sitting next to me, which I definitely shouldn't have. With my medical condition, my doctor has been very adamant about me watching my sugar, so I've definitely cut down on a lot of things, but I decided to treat myself a bit to the Kit Kats. So, which is totally okay. It's not like one of those things where I'm being irresponsible with my health. It's totally fine. It's just one of those things. I have to focus on food that's, you know, good for the brain and all that kind of stuff. I won't go into it. I've talked about it so many times on previous streams, so that's all I'm gonna say about that today anyway. I'll probably go on a rant about it sometime on another stream if you guys stick around and are curious. I did have something else I wanted to talk about on stream today, but I never write them down, which is always my downfall because I'll think, hey, I want to talk about this on stream, and then I forget, and I never do. No, this is supposed to be a child's bedroom. I want to make it a fun color. Or like just like a not brown or beige. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to use the new bunk beds in this build. I've been using them so much. I absolutely love it. I love using bunk beds. I believe I already did on my gallery. Yes, I did. I want to recreate, I'll show you guys real quick. I have this, there's this challenge to build a tiny home, but with enough room for 8 Sims in it. And let me see, I'll just Google 8, Sim, there we are. And yes, so I have this 8 Sim starter that I built a while ago that's a tiny home. And it's fully functional. It's a bit of a tricky thing to use. But yeah, it's 8 Sim tiny home starter. And then I built another one that's a bit different. And it uses bunk beds. And it is so much nicer. There's so much more room to do stuff. See, I was even able to fit a living room in there. The kids have their own room. It is not toddler friendly, I believe. But there's actually 2 bathrooms in this one and 3 bedrooms. And it was just, I have no clue how that was able to happen. So yeah, although difference, this is a 20k starter. This is a 30k starter. That's usually, you get 32k, I believe, if you, oops, my bad. If you start off with a family of 8 Sims, so that's why I chose to do that. Also, let me check on the price here, hopefully, oh, actually, the price isn't too bad. I was worried we might be getting up there a little bit. But the price isn't actually too bad. Maybe we'll make this like a sports, sort of like a sporty themed room. I think that might be kind of cool. I don't do a lot of like sportier rooms. I tend to do a lot of softer rooms. So this might be kind of fun. Yeah, and we're just gonna do this quick to finish off the stream today. You know what? Actually, it is getting a bit late. I want to go to bed at a reasonable time, so I think I'm actually going to save this and close this, and I am going to end off the stream there actually, which sucks because this was so much fun. Sorry, I'm just checking something on my phone. It was really fun, and I hate ending the stream early. I hate doing these sort of shorter streams, but I just wanted to chill stream for today, and I gotta go. So thank you so much for coming if you have. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you coming here. I really value you. And if you ever want to stop by again, please feel free. I do more Sims content. My next stream, I really, really hope that I have the energy for it. I want to do another GeoGuessr. Now, we're at a 21 country streak. And if you don't know, GeoGuessr is this game where you're put on a random place on Google Maps, and you gotta sort of find out where you are. Country Streak is a version of that, where instead of finding exactly where you are on the map, you have to figure out what country you're in. And you try to get as many right in a row as you can. And our first streak was 15, which was really great. 15. And then I think we got up to 19. And then we messed it up right before 20. We got Russia and Ukraine mixed up, which is, that happens. And it was like, oh my god. But we did another stream, and now we're actually up to 21, which is really awesome. And we're going to see if we can get further than that next time. So if you're any good at GeoGuessr at all, or just, want to stop by for that, because those usually are really fun. We get some really, some people who are, really, really smart and really, really good at GeoGuessr. I had one person who found a country just based off the car we were in, and I also learned what a bullard was. So, that was pretty great. Learned something new. So that's always good fun. Yeah, so feel free to stop by. Hopefully I'll make some more Sims content. I might do a bit more Minecraft. Or maybe check out that VOD if you want. It was crazy. We had some creepers that totally weren't social distancing. And we got into the nether, in half an hour. We found diamonds, we got into the nether, and then a skeleton shot me. So, yeah, it was an event that happened pretty much. Anyway, I can see my microphone, or my audio levels are peaking a lot, which means I'm getting, I don't know, I think that's been happening all stream, so I'm sorry about that. Again, new headphones, everything, I don't even know. But yes, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I value you very much. Yeah, stay safe out there, everyone. Goodbye. Have a good night, evening, day, or afternoon, or whatever. Bye.